Hi and welcome back to my channel. This video is about two special days I had over the summer, a Grenada island tour and a boat experience with the family. On the island tour, we visited a waterfall, a lake, a Mona monkey, an old house, a rum distillery, a stone, a beach. We also had a lovely time on a boat celebrating my daughter's birthday. There was snorkeling, drinking and dancing, and the food was very tasty. Special shout out to island tour guide Carl of Executive Taxi and Tours. Not only is he fully knowledgeable of everything Grenada, but he has a luxury bus which is air conditioned and has Wi-Fi, and he also has drinks as part of the cost. Special shout out to the boat crew of Starwind V. They showed us a fantastic time, and a very special shout out to my nephew Ryan. He brought along his drone, and so for the first time ever I have drone footage in my vlog. Thanks Ryan. So are you ready for a fun-packed adventure? Well, let's go! That's it. Oh yeah, now let's stop. So our first stop was at the Annandelle Waterfall. Before you get there, there's a smaller baby waterfall, which is so cute, and it was discovered very recently. I'm going to slip in here to ask you to follow me on TikTok. There will be behind the scenes conversations around my vlogs, the highs, the lows and the challenges over the 6 years I've been on YouTube, as well as conversations on the island of Grenada in general. I've been living here for 12 years, so I feel qualified to share my thoughts and opinions on certain issues. So if you want to be a part of that conversation, please follow me, KrissMGvlogs on TikTok. The area around the waterfall, Annandelle Waterfall, is absolutely gorgeous and lush. It's really beautiful. Oh my god, look at the monkey! Have they got the monkey like that? There's a dog in there. Oh my gosh. I hope that dog can't jump through the window. Before you go down, there's a vendor's market. There are toilet facilities. And as you walk further down, there's a bar called the Wild Orchid Restaurant and Bar. There is a platform giving you your first view of the waterfall, and it's a nice spot to take a picture. I should add that there is a fee to pay for you to walk down and experience the waterfall, even though the waterfall is a natural attraction and it was there long before the Wild Orchid Bar and Restaurant. Nice though. Yeah. And it's a good view, look, and you get a good view of. Oh, you do, nice. Now I don't mind offering a donation for the upkeep of the space because what they've done there is gorgeous. But if I choose not to visit the vendors market, I don't use the toilets and I don't use the bar and restaurant, which by the way was closed on that day. If I don't use any of the facilities, why am I being forced to pay a fee? These are the kind of issues I'll be talking about on TikTok, so make sure that you give me a follow. Oh no, put it back on. Sorry.
Oh, it's that? Oh.
I
hope you can swim.
As I mentioned before, it's gorgeous down there. And if you want to take a dip, you can take a dip. Or like us, you can just take some videos and some images, which will look great on your social media. On the way to our next destination, we could see them widening the road, which is much needed. We are on the windy roads of the rainforest, so it's very narrow. So I was really pleased to see this work taking place. We also stopped off at a viewing platform where you can see all the way back to Granit's, including Granit's Beach, BBC Beach, Quarantine Point and the airport. We were very lucky. We had such a beautiful clear day, so the view from this point was just absolutely stunning. And so our next stop was to engage with the Mona monkeys. There is a special guide who you pay, and he entices the wild monkeys out of the trees to jump on you.
Oh. Is this wrong, eh?
It's gonna jump on you.
He is well worth paying because they are wild, but they are used to him and they trust him, which makes for a fun but safe experience.
There are times when you come.
No, don't come. Don't come. Okay.
He just wants the
Next
banana.
person.
A visit with the Mona monkey is definitely a highlight of a Grenada Island tour. Next one, next one.
He is the boss.
Stay strong, you'll be fine.
Don't make too much of noise.
Oh, sorry.
Tarzan is just chilling, waiting, jumping when you touch their tails. He is the only one that can hold them up by the tail. Really?
I don't want your butt in my face.
I had it butt in my face.
Alright, now take my good side. Quick, take my good side.
Very soft.
The guide also called down one from the trees called Tarzan, and he was so soft and lovely to touch.
So this is Tarzan, guys. The older male in the troop.
Very soft, you said.
Very nice. It's not aggressive.
Sorry, Tarzan. Whoops.
You are very beautiful.
Oh, wow, he's gorgeous.
Yeah.
We can go down to the lake when you're ready.
So our next stop was the Granit Tang Lake, a volcanic crater lake, and is responsible for the formation of Grenada. It has been dormant for at least 12,000 years, and we are currently at 1,740 feet above sea level. It's such a beautiful and peaceful location. There are walking trails that you can do around the circumference of the lake. And if you are a bird watcher, there are many important birds in this area, as well as some gorgeous looking fishes. My nephew Ryan flew his drone, giving us very special views of this amazing volcano lake. Drone.
Oh, he's turn it around for the camera.
And there's the drone master right there. And so our next stop was to the Granit Tang Visitor Centre, comprising of vendors as well as an old house, which is the actual visitor centre. I didn't actually go inside the house because outside my brother and sister-in-law and nephews decided to recreate an image from around 20 years ago. Oh wow.
Right, yeah, you're looking elsewhere.
Yes.
That's it.
You get in the background as well.
That's it. Yeah, the background.
This is just such a beautiful location. You can see the Granit Tang Lake in the distance. On the way back to the bus, there was a local man singing, and he sings what he sees.
What do you know?
Pretty light, very bright, my friend. Oh, you're looking very proper then. If I was in misery, I'm gonna make myself happy. Lady like you, my dear, I will be poor man's here. I just got a clue, darling, I really do. By the style of your errand, you have everything, my dear.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Across the road is a restaurant and bar. I didn't go inside, but it looks really cute. It's now lunchtime, so we go into the town of Grenville to get something to eat. My place is a very popular spot if you want Trinidad roti, doubles, aloo pie, bus-up shot. On this occasion, unfortunately, he didn't have any roti, so we ended up in the restaurant across the road. Next stop is the River Untwine Rum Distillery, which is the oldest rum distillery in Grenada. It was established in 1785. You can do tours of the rum distillery, which includes rum tasting, and you can also buy some of the rum. It has the oldest functioning water wheel in the Caribbean. You are also able to witness them pushing through the sugarcane as part of the rum making process. I just love this cute little building on the grounds. Not sure what it's being used for, but it's so cute. I like the style and the wraparound veranda. It's a long wall. We are now travelling towards Labera Beach with our guide Carl, pointing out the islands that can be seen in the distance. We were very lucky. We had such a gorgeous and clear day that day.
Green Island to the left, and to the far back, you have from the extreme right, Petit Martinique together with Carriacou and the other islands.
I love this rugged part of the island. It's very unspoilt. We drove through Bathway Beach, very popular beach for visitors and locals alike.
Yeah.
At last, we arrive at possibly the most gorgeous location in Grenada, which is Labera Beach. It is part of the Labera National Park. Opposite is Sugarloaf Island, and in the distance you can see Green Island and Sandy Island. It's so idyllic there, so unspoilt. All you can hear is the crashing of the waves. And further up, they are building a huge $1 billion 500-room resort. It will also have a water park and a golf course. Not everyone is happy about that because in 2012 it was designated a wetland of international importance. You can read up more about that on grenadaland.org. This beach is also where you can see the leatherback turtles as they nest their eggs. The leatherback turtle is an endangered species and you could witness them nesting their eggs, but you have to book through official guides.
About 2 months older than you.
Pose.
Hey, oh, pose.
It's gonna fly away.
Yeah.
So just like make a pose, make a different pose, maybe wave. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Our next stop is the Welcome Stone, and we are still in Labera National Park. Unless you've been there before, I suggest you find a guide to take you down there. I say down there because you have to hike down, even though we are at an elevation of around 900 feet. And I suggest wearing comfortable shoes because some of the hike can be a little challenging. and I suggest you have a general fitness level. The hike takes around 10 minutes. Grenada was recently hit by Hurricane Beryl, which has affected the trees. It's a lot clearer than it normally is. The most challenging part is when you get to the boulders. Look at me puffing and sweating. Yes, my fitness levels could be a little better. When we arrived, there was a large group of people, so we just waited for them to finish what they were doing. My nephew even stepped in to take a couple of photos for them. So in the distance, you can see Sugarloaf Island, the same island that we were looking at when we were on Labera Beach, as well as Green Island and Sandy Island. And on a very clear day in the distance, you can also see the island of Carriacou. There are no suitable words to describe the views from the Welcome Stone. Stunning, amazing, breathtaking, spectacular. I could go on. You just have to experience it for yourself. It's definitely another highlight on any Grenada tour. Right, 1, 2, 3. Grenada! Before heading home, Carl gave us a talk on the many uses of the nutmeg.
That this is 100% use. There are no wastage. Hence the reason why it's so profitable to cultivate nutmeg back in the early days up to this day. Alright? Now if you look on the Grenada flag, you're going to notice this symbol as it is here, and not like the one that is closed. Because like this, it's very immature. It's very young. The water content is greater than the oil content. All right. Now, when you open the nutmeg, you have 3 layers. First, you have the pod, which gives you nutmeg jams, nutmeg jellies, nutmeg syrup, and so forth. All right. This is what they will use. Then you have the nutmeg itself, which we call the lady in the red petticoat. Right? You have the mace, which is used in the culinary industry, right? The pharmaceutical and also the cosmetic industry. All right. Now, when this is dry, it does not retain the color. It gives it a tang yellowish color. All right. And this you can add it into your fish. You can incorporate it in. It operates as a tenderizer for certain meats and so forth, right? Now, this is the most expensive part of the nutmeg. It can go between $8 to $13 based on the market value at the time per pound, all right, versus the nutmeg itself. Now we go down to the nutmeg itself. Now, when you buy nutmeg, you want to buy nutmeg in the shell, right? Because it gives you a longer shelf life, between 5 to 6 years based on where you live, all right? The colder the temperature, the longer it survives, right? And then you have another phase, another layer, which is the nutmeg shells. This we use a lot in the tourist industry in terms of the garden, at the hotels, your backyard. Try to keep the weeds down. You can use it as mulch. You're doing barbecue, you can toss it in the fire as well, create a little bit of excitement. And then you have the nutmeg itself inside. All right. Now, a young nutmeg that is like in this will be white and filled with water. Right? This one has oil, so you can get the scent, in which we use in rum punches, right? Cakes, desserts. We make ice cream with it. We make nutmeg oil, nutmeg cream, right? Nutmeg spray as well. Some of the athletes carry those as well. So if you have arthritis, you can get some of that. Exactly. Right? Now the reason why we don't pick these nutmeg, if I was to show you one, you're going to see the difference in the inside. See? This. I can even I can even squeeze this by hands and bust it. See? So you cannot just go and just pick nutmeg and say you're ready for harvesting. Look at the texture. But over time, when it matures, it will open on its own. The breeze and so forth will fall to the ground. You go pick it up. What the farmer will do, he will come out, and as you see this one open here, you will take a rod, shake it, then pick it up. All right? So that's the nutmeg in an essence for you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Very interesting. Another wicked time I had on the island of Grenada was an all-day sailing experience aboard the Starwind V to celebrate my daughter's birthday. It was a great day. We were very lucky with the weather because it wasn't too hot and it wasn't too cold. It had been raining on and off for days previously, so our sailing day was cooler than usual, which made it just right for me. Our trip was from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., including drinks and lunch. It did not include breakfast, so we grabbed some from All Day Breakfast across the road. And I absolutely love the boat, which was perfect for this occasion. You can sit inside, which is very spacious, or you can go outside in the front on the netting, which is over the water, and you can lay there and just enjoy the breeze. It's very relaxing. Yes, I really love this boat. On this excursion, they take you snorkeling. I've done it once before. I decided not to do it on this occasion. So while other people went out to snorkel, some of us just relaxed around the boat. We had these blow up dinghy things, or they'll give you a floaty like a noodle, and you can just relax. So everyone else went to see the Molineer underwater sculpture. I highlighted some of the pieces that you can find down there in a previous vlog. After the snorkeling, there was plenty of dancing and having fun. Later, we stopped off at a beach with black sand to chill. We could have gone to one of the more popular beaches such as Granit Beach or Montrouge, BBC Beach, but we asked to go somewhere we had never been before, and we liked it there. And what I loved about this excursion, even whilst in the water, they are still fetching drinks for you. It was great. Afterwards, it was lunchtime, and they provided us with a really delicious meal, which also included a large platter of fresh fruit. After lunch there was more dancing. My daughter had connected her phone to the boat system using Bluetooth, which meant we were dancing to music that we were familiar with, which made it more fun. And as we drifted back to port, we took in the gorgeous surroundings. It was just a really lovely, relaxing, fun day. And thanks again to the crew of Starwind V. They really showed us a fantastic time. Thanks for watching my vlog. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you like this type of thing, please leave a comment. And if you really like this type of thing, please subscribe. And I'll see you next time.
Push down, jump and show the trees.